Joining me now to discuss this complete abuse of power, former counterterrorism officer and host of This Is My Show with Drew Berquist, the man himself, Drew Berquist. Thanks so much for being with us. It's great to have you.
Hey, thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. So, Drew, who would have thought? I mean, the FBI improperly surveilled American citizens who happened to be at a peaceful protest. What's your insight and what do you make of this?
Yeah, I mean, you don't say, right? I mean, look, it's frustrating that this is where we are at this point in the country with our security apparatus, our national security agencies and organizations. But this is just where we are in America these days. I remember when this all got passed. I remember when FISA became a thing, how difficult it was to get a FISA warrant, and how at the time it was, man, I hope that this is never used for ill intent, for bad intentions, and certainly not on our people. And here we are. The same things happened with the Patriot Act and so many other things. So this has been concerning. We've been seeing more and more of it popping up. And what is more concerning is you see Mayorkas was talking there in the clip that you played. And this will get renewed. And it'll get renewed on the fears of national security. They'll use the verbiage as to why we need to do this. People will be pressured into doing it, and it will be back. And we're going to continue to face what we're facing right now with these weaponized agencies.
Yeah, it is absolutely very scary indeed. And another big piece of this puzzle, a big question that many are asking is how far does the corruption go? I mean, apparently Obama, the sitting president, knew all about Clinton's Russiagate plan. So what are the implications of this long term?
They're so far reaching that it's really, we talk about this a lot on my show and behind the scenes, and I'm sure you do as well, is we're so far off track that it's hard to imagine how we get this thing back on the rails now at this point. Because you see the Durham report drop, you see what a lot of us kind of knew and suspected all along, that every one of these key figures, all the way up to Obama himself, knew what was going on, knew that it was a total hoax, and still pushed this on the American people at the risk of destroying our government, the government and the national security apparatus, the way it's worked, and destroying thereto the trust that the American people had. There was less and less of it then, but it's gone now. So how you get that back, I don't know. And if you're them and you've got control and you've got power, which is what they're so hungry for, why let it up, right? So we'll see. It's going to be a tricky and very daunting task ahead to try and get this thing back on track.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. It'll certainly be interesting to see how it all plays out. Drew, what do you make of the mainstream media just completely dismissing the FBI whistleblowers? I mean, it's crickets per usual. What do you think?
Yeah, well, look, we've known for a long time that the mainstream media are just a proxy. They're just a tool for the left, a very useful one, if we're all being honest. But that's all that they are. So it comes as no surprise that you have this huge, massive story, and whether it's this one or frankly any other one that we've talked about for the last 7 years, that they just say, hey, don't believe your lying eyes. Look over here. What's being talked about here either doesn't matter or someone's lying to you. And sadly, there's enough American people out there who continue to just be like, oh, okay, well, I guess they wouldn't lie to us. So they must be telling the truth, and they move on and take it hook, line, and sinker. We've got to stop doing that. People, it's right in front of you. Just open your eyes.
Exactly. I guess it's easier said than done, sadly.
Yeah.
But as we know, the webs are weaved and tangled probably deeper than we even can conceptualize. And someone connected to many people, Jeffrey Epstein, the post-millennial reports he blackmailed Bill Gates and threatened to expose an affair with a young Russian woman. This could validate the theory that Epstein was someone who had a lot of information about a lot of people. What do you make of all this?
It's it's not surprising, but it's very interesting, right, to see that. Hey, Bill, I would like lots of money for this charitable cause. If you don't give it to me, I'm going to do this and out you for this. And it shows it's a perfect example also of how big money, the so-called elites, and some of our big figures in America, how it's just this house of cards where everyone has something on someone else. But this validates a lot of, to your point there, validates a lot of the chatter and discussion that's been going on surrounding Epstein, his death, and particularly these two and their relationship.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.